What's up everybody, BMac from BMac Collectibles coming at you with my latest video. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. Instead of focusing today's video on sports cards, I'm going to go into the other realm that I collect and sell, which is comics. But instead of comic books, I've decided to kind of combine some things and focus on comic cards. So if you are from the same era as me, grew up in the 90s, you might be familiar with the 1990 Marvel series, which is pretty famous. I collected these as a kid like crazy, and there's multiple sets. There's like 90, then 91, but they seem to go down in popularity after this set. But this set in particular was super duper popular when I was a kid and is still popular. It's actually maintained its value to this day. So I was lucky enough to come across a big stack, a big bundle that I got for 40 bucks off of a seller. I made contact with him through eBay, but we were having some issues with getting all of these cards into a bundle on eBay, so we just kind of did the deal through Instagram. But yeah, I wanted to go through some of these, provide a little nostalgia for people that collect cards, but also collect comics, because these are comic cards, and go over some of the cool ones that I got and some that I'm potentially going to grade. So let's get it started. So like I said, this is the 1990, as you can see, the 1990 Marvel series. I do have some in my PC collection, like I have the Mr. Marvel, the Stan Lee one, and a bunch of the holograms. But these are some of the other cool ones I picked up. So Human Torch, Fantastic Four movie coming up, pretty cool. Wasp, New Mutants, Excalibur, the British group. Got some famous battles, Thing versus Hulk, X-Men, classic. Another famous battle is Fantastic Four versus Doctor Doom, classic villain. Spidey's good old Aunt May. Spider-Man Presents, so this is like kind of like an insert, I guess you would call it, with Doctor Strange. Storm, this is the best Storm in my opinion with the Mohawk. Longshot, if you don't know Longshot, he was kind of, I don't know, he was like a futuristic character. I don't want to say similar to Cable, but he fought Mojo and stuff like that. Captain Britain. Thing. I'll put that over in the Fantastic Four pile. Marvel Girl. Cyclops. Submariner. Phoenix, who's like one of my all-time faves. Dazzler, who looks different here. Sabretooth, another all-time fave. This is one of my favorite cards. Unfortunately, it's really off-centered, but Archangel. That was after he flipped from Angel to Archangel and came out. He went from having wings to having these big metal wings after, I believe it was Apocalypse that like ripped them out of his body. Another famous battle. This is actually, excuse me, this is the other set I was talking about. This is the 91 set. So I picked up some of these as well. This is Wolverine versus Sabretooth. Put those over here. Mandarin. Quicksilver. Baron Mordo. Beast. Spider-Man versus the Lizard, arch enemies. There's Dark Phoenix, She-Hulk, and Darkhawk. And then these next three are potential grade candidates. So if you're not familiar with this series, especially the 1990 series, you can usually pick up cards for like a couple bucks. But if you're able to score a PSA 10 on these cards, the value drastically increases. So you're not going to get much in a PSA 9 or under, but PSA 10s of this stuff go for quite a bit of money. So this is one of the ones that I'm contemplating grading. This is a famous battle between Daredevil and Punisher. The centering is good. The card is clean on the front and the back. But if you look up here, there's this tiny little speck of black. And I've looked around and I've noticed that some of these cards were printed with these little black specks on them. So this isn't something that I can just like get off. It's actually a printing thing. Printing, I guess, error you would call it. So it's almost like it's part of the card. So I'm hesitant about this because I went and looked on PSA's website and I did see this card without a speck on the top, but I have seen these cards sold with the specs on them. The reason that I'm contemplating this is because I paid 91 cents, like after the bundle and shipping, and like for the bundle, the shipping and everything, I basically paid 91 cents a card for these. And this card in a PSA 10 was last sold in December for 118 bucks. So that's a huge profit. So it might be worth the risk. But what, you know, if I was to get in a PSA 9 or lower, I'd probably be losing after the grading fee. So this one I'm on the fence about. Let me know in the comments if you think I should grade it. Like I said, Fantastic Four movie coming out. This Mr. Fantastic is in fantastic shape. It's a little more right heavy than it is left. And before PSA kind of changed their grading models recently, I was like certain I was going to send this in because it's pretty flawless. The corners, edges, front, back. But the centering is obviously, you know, more one-sided. But I thought I could get away with maybe a PSA 10 on this if I sent in on the old rules. New rules, not so much. They're much tighter. So I'm not 100% sure. But again, 91 cents for this. And in December, this sold for 94 bucks in a PSA 10. So again, hesitant. Let me know in the comments if I should contemplate sending this into PSA. And then the last one, again, hesitant, contemplating grading. This is Havoc, the brother of Cyclops. This one is actually centered very well. Very good centering. Very good edges, very good corners. I looked over the card really well. It's pretty flawless. It's probably the most flawless card out of all the cards that I got. All of them have something up, like little corner dings or mostly the centering on a lot of them. This one is probably my best grade candidate, but hesitant because I could not find a single PSA 10 comp. A lot of PSA 9 and unders. So that tells me that this card is very difficult to get in a PSA 10. If I remember correctly, the pop on this is extremely low on PSA's website. Maybe like single digits. I can't remember off the top of my head. So, but I couldn't find any financial comps on eBay to compare this to. So again, not sure. I think a PSA 9 was going for about 25 bucks. So I don't know. Hesitant as well. So let me know in the comments if I should go with it. But I'm contemplating just going with at least one because I want one of these graded in my collection. And I'm leaning towards the Daredevil and Punisher because if I get like not a PSA 10, I would be willing to keep that one. Whereas Mr. Fantastic and Havoc, they don't hold any sentimental value to me in the world. Whereas the Punisher does and Daredevil does. And that battle specifically, that was like one of my favorite battles in that when they first squared off, I guess. So anyways, there you go. Thought I'd do something a little bit different today. So Marvel cards, the 1990 set specifically. Like I said, I got this whole bundle for I think 40 bucks after shipping. So it was a win-win. I get to add these to my PC as well. I have a whole whack load of these from when I was a kid, and I'm going to add any of the ones that I'm missing to my set and then keep the rest for nostalgic reasons, pass on to my kids for when they're older, etc. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Let me know if you have any of these cards. Let me know what you think of this set. Like, let me know your favorite character. Let me know what got you into comics. Let me know if you're still into comics. Let me know if you're into comic cards. Let me know what Marvel show you're watching. Like I said, new Daredevil out right now. I haven't checked it out yet, but I plan to. Just let's talk comics and cards because, you know, it's fun, and I'd love to get to know that community as well as the sports card community a little bit more. So yeah, thank you very much. Have a great day. Go outside. It's springtime. Go for a walk. It's beautiful. And I'll catch you all another time. Peace.